This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by Farmers Bank of Willards.
1925. It was a very busy year. There was the Scopes monkey trial in Tennessee. Benito Mussolini rises to power in Italy. F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby is published.
And perhaps most importantly to you and me, the Farmers Bank of Willards opens their doors 100 years ago. The intention then was that people know they always mattered. Guess what? It's the same now. With us this afternoon to talk about 100 years in the same family, this is CEO Chris Davis. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for letting me come.
Wonderful to have you.
Good to be here.
So I got to ask you, explain, we got a picture of a guy. I want to show you this guy. Explain the significance of this man right here. This is Ebenezer Davis Jr. How is he significant in the story of Farmers Bank of Willards?
He was the first what we call cashier, which is today the president of the bank.
Okay.
When the bank started in 1925, you have to remember he was chosen out of very few people in Willards because there was horses and buggies and trains and things like that.
Right.
So the bottom line was they chose him to be the first cashier, very trusted guy. And because things were so small, they actually started the bank out of his house because it took him a little while to build the bank. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So what is it like for your family, and only your family, to actually have the Farmers Bank of Willards?
Well, part of it is, now Ebenezer is related but distantly.
Okay.
After Ebenezer, he passed away very suddenly in 1939. At the age of 41, by the way.
Wow.
Keep running, Lisa. So when he passed away, my grandfather was asked to become, the cashier of the bank. That was 1939.
Okay.
He died suddenly in 1969. And there was a man named Walden Wooten, which is in the documentary we produced, that showed, how it happened through the 70s. And he died sort of suddenly in 1983 when my dad became the president of the bank. My dad retired in 2002. That's when I became president.
Yeah.
And now my son Matthew is the president of the bank. He became president last year because I'm retiring soon, Jimmy, soon.
You're going to do it soon.
I'm doing it soon.
So you mentioned a documentary. We're going to talk more about that because it's something I want to see. I haven't seen it yet. Also, one of the biggest things about Farmers Bank of Willards is you've held to the same principles since 1925. So what are those principles?
Yeah, no question that treat everyone the way you want to be treated. The things that your grandmother may have told you, be nice to people,
right.
Treat them like they matter, care about them,
Yeah.
Put them first, don't put money first. If you put them first, the money will come. And that's why part of our tagline is where people will always matter. It's worked for 100 years. And if you think back, Jimmy and Lisa, both of you, think about Sears Roebuck, think about Kodak, think about these different companies that aren't here. Why is the Farmers Bank still here? It's because we've tried to put people first. But it's not just, you very kindly said it's about your family. It really isn't about our family. It's about all the people who have done through so many years, so many decades now,
Yeah.
of treating people with a certain cultural caring that is important to our business.
Yeah.
And as you said, the story of Farmers Bank of Willards is a very good one, and one that needs to be heard. So you made the documentary.
We did. Your staff is amazing, frankly. I know this is the Farmers Bank of Willards, segment here, but really the WBOC staff, Steve West, Susan Lumpkin, we sat down and we're just, brainstorming what are we going to do for our 100th anniversary, and the
Right.
idea that the culture on Delmarva, the history of Delmarva and Willards married itself very well. What was going on in 1925, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, as things went along at the Farmers Bank of Willards, very much was the history of the Eastern Shore of Maryland. All you have to do is look at all the small towns, whether it's Hebron, which also has a bank,
Right.
Which was Delmar, which also had a bank, Taylor Bank in Berlin. All those smaller institutions all came up, and what people don't realize back then, that was the beginning of America in so many ways, because we're the only country in the world, guys, that has community banks.
Really?
There's no other country in the world that
I
has.
didn't know that.
No, we're the only country in the world. So when you look at how things developed,
Right.
how capital came to be, how you could build your house, buy a tractor, buy a lot, it came through the community bank. You didn't go to big Baltimore banks when you wanted to buy something here,
Right.
Jimmy. You didn't.
Chris Davis, CEO, thank you.
Thank you for having
taking
me.
some time to come in today.
And thank you for the challenge coin too,
got it.
celebrating your 100
It
years.
is.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
God bless you both.
Wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much.